Namaste friends. Today I'm making this video for people who already are an existing firearm user. So in case they have a old weapon and they want to exchange it for something like a new caliber, like we have a flurry of launches in India from renowned international private manufacturers. So it's a good thing that if you opt for something like the .32 that we usually have, that's the only option we used to have, is very underpowered. So you can opt for something like a 45 ACP, a 380, or any other higher caliber, because you see self-defense is about you shoot to scare. So you may fire the winning shot just to scare the people intruder off. So a big caliber helps, really helps. So this video is divided into two parts. The first part I'll tell you in case you want to sell it to a gun dealer or individual licensee, and the second part will be if you want to render it unserviceable. Now why did I go for the unserviceable option? There are a lot of weapons, you may not find a buyer for that. Even if you give it to free, you give it to them for free. For example, if you have 5-shot old model revolvers, so they are they are not repairable. Or if you have a weapon which is maybe worn off, so nobody is wanting to buy it, so the only option is to get it unserviceable. So let me get into the video how to get the application done. Firstly, you have to go to the form B2. It's usually, if you buy the Arms Act book, Arms Rules book, it's in the end of the page. In the PDF file it's available, it's something around page 264 or something, so it's always there. So when you are using the B2, this is for most applications. So first thing is you fill up your name, license, address, and this is very simple. What are the weapon you already have endorsed? Now the part B, this is the acquisition of firearm. Here you mention that whether the caliber the weapon that you want. Say, let's say it's not mandatory to opt for a change for a revolver to a revolver itself or a gun itself, so you can change anything. So let's say you have a 12 bore DVBL gun and you want to buy a 4.5 pistol, you can do that. If you want, let's say you have a handgun, you want to opt for a rifle, you can also do that. So that's your choice, again subject to the licensing authority, whether they accept whether they process your application on the reasons that you provide. So in the first option you mention the caliber. So let's say you want a 380 pistol, so you mention 380 pistol. The reason for an acquisition of firearm, you give the reason that you want to exchange the old weapon or you want to buy another weapon. As per the new Arms Act, like current rules is, previously you can keep 3 weapons, now you can only keep 2. So then the 2, you can keep 2 handguns also. So there is no restriction. The limit is for 2 firearms. This only applies to self-defense. For shooters a different thing. All my videos are only for people who want a license for self-defense. So you can have 2. So you can opt for a revolver as well as a pistol, or 2 pistols, or 1 rifle, 1 shotgun, or both guns. So that is your choice. Okay, this, and you put in a special consideration why you want the second weapon. In case you want to exchange it, so you just mention that I want to exchange the existing weapon to a new one. Now part C is not applicable for you because this is after you buy the weapon, so you fill this part. So this you keep it as NA, not applicable. And then we go to the part D. This is the important part. Let's say you want to, since you are selling the weapon, so you mention the details of firearms that you want to sell or transfer. In case you have some ammunitions with you also, that also you mention the reasons for sale. So you put in that you just want to exchange it, and then you mention the name of the dealer, the transferee. This here it can be a licensing individual licensee. So in case somebody wants to buy your weapon, you put his name, details. The licensing authority will verify the credentials. If it's a local gun dealer, you put in the gun dealer's name. See here, so it's a local gun dealer, put in his gun dealer's name and UIN. Now UIN is mandatory for all of us, so we all know since June 2020 it's been mandatory, so you have to put in the UIN of everyone. Again, part E is not applicable now. This is when you bought a weapon, sold your existing one, that's the time when you fill this up to delete your weapon and endorse a new one. This will be later on, all the details, and the details, the license enclosed. This extension of time, in case you have a license and you don't buy the weapon yet, so you can apply for the extension. I've already made a video about the extension, so no need to discuss it any further. And in the end you sign it, and so it's done. Now this form is not available in many places, not available in most places. You can just take a printout from the PDF file that's of the arms rules, and that should help you. Or you can just photocopy it from the book that you buy. So now that you are done, now you, along with the form, you make an application. So the application usually to the, suppose your local licensing authority in its name. So you fill up, make it in a personal letterhead where as per the license of mentioned on your license, sorry, as per the address mentioned on your license, you put on the subject, and this is the format. It's a simple letter. So I hope it simple letter you just mention, and the time frame for this as specified in the act is 7 days. So you should be getting it done within 7 days of time. You just mention that and you sign it and deposit. So all the best. Hope you get the application right. I'm in the second part of the video. I'll talk about the other option that we have. That is to make it, how to make the weapon unserviceable. Now you see, as I mentioned, that the second option, if in case you cannot get the weapon sold, so you can opt for a render it unserviceable. Now this is governed by, it's the same application, only I've changed one para. You just mention that you want to get it unserviceable as per rule 80 sub rule 2. You can select a gunsmith. Now the guidelines to get it done is mentioned in rule 81. So it's the gunsmith job, but the fact remains that if you get it unserviceable, you have to pay the gunsmith to get it unregistered, and you don't get any money for this. Actually you pay money to get it done, and also at the end of the day, after this is done, the weapon is destroyed. So the first option is a better option, but I have put this in just in case you cannot get the weapon sold, because even if you give it for free, some weapon are like that nobody wants to buy it. Nobody wants to block their license where it comes to the part of a dealer or that of a individual licensee. So this is just an option. Now how to get it unserviceable, it's not your headache, it's a gunsmith's job. Again, you can also give it to the armory also for free, but a lot of armories are also full, so they don't take the weapon. I hope this video helps. I'll be posting another video soon about some of the relevant sections for people who already have a license. Thank you and Jai Hind.